Well, they're comparing it to stores that have closed, empty stores and stores that have lost business.
Big box retailers trying to get a little lower tax rate by using loopholes in the law. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brad Johansson.
And I'm Paula Toti. With schools and social service agencies scrapping for every tax dollar they can get, some of the nation's biggest retail chains find a way to reduce the taxes that they have to pay.
It's legal, but critics say it stinks, called the dark box theory. Jeff Hirsh joins us now live from Oakley to explain how it might affect you. Jeff?
Well, good evening. The store behind me is open. There are cars in the parking lot. There are customers inside. But that dark box theory says that for tax purposes, stores like these should be treated as if they were vacant. Walmart, Lowe's, Meijer, lots of customers and lots of dollars to wealthy companies. Big boxes, big bucks. But many of those companies are trying to get lower taxes under a loophole that critics call dark box. The chains claiming their property tax appraisal for active, successful stores should be set as if the store was closed.
Well, obviously, what they're looking at is something that may happen in the future, but isn't happening now. And accordingly, it's not real to us, and we're fighting it.
All properties are given a value by the county auditor, including private houses. Think your value's too high? You can appeal to the Board of Revisions. And if your house gets a reduction, the impact on the county is small. But if big box values are reduced, that's a lot less money for schools and social services. For example, the Walmart in Fairfax was appraised at $12.9 million. The store filed for $9.2 million. The Board of Revisions made a small reduction to $12.5. Multiply this by hundreds of stores around the nation, and you're talking millions of tax dollars.
There's a cottage industry growing up around this, attorneys who fight for these stores and try to get the lower values for retail establishments.
An effort by the Coleraine Lowe's to lower its appraisal was rejected by the Board of Revisions. The Meijer store in Oakley got some reduction, but not all it wanted. And now, the dark store theory is moving from big boxes to medium boxes. 2 Walgreens in the county have requested lower appraisals. Auditor Rhodes expects fast food stores are next.
Smaller stores like that are going to file these one right after the other, and you're going to have to be on your toes to fight them.
Now, I got a statement from Meijer. I asked them what they have to say about this. This is what they said. Meijer works very hard to keep our prices low for our customers. One of the ways we do that is to make sure we pay a fair and reasonable amount of property tax for our stores. Not exactly on point as to this specific store. I also got the idea for this article, for the story, from an article in Education Week. And in that article, they quoted an attorney for some stores out of state who have requested the same thing. And this attorney says that, well, you know, we're fighting online competition. It's very serious competition. And if we don't get lower taxes, we may indeed have a dark box. We might have to close the store. Live in Oakley, Jeff Hirsh, Local 12 News. Back to you.
I'm anticipating we're seeking a huge domino effect then with these, aren't we, Jeff?
Yeah, you know, I talked with some other counties and, you know, the local counties surrounding Hamilton County. They said they've seen the same thing, even going back as far as 2008. They started to trickle in somewhere around 2012, and now we're seeing more of them. And Ohio has a little tougher regulation, so it's a little harder to do in Ohio. But in places like Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, they are getting hammered with hundreds of millions of dollars of reductions.
Wow. Jeff, thanks very much. Jeff Hirsh for us live. The auditor says that some members of his office will fight against appraisal reductions for big stores when the cases go before the Board of Revisions. But that board may not have the final say. Its decisions can be appealed to the state agency and then go on to the